What is the grossest thing you've ever seen someone do in public? I live in India. Morbidly obese woman in the community hot tub pull her bottoms down and use a water jet to blast her unreachable nether regions. Saw a guy clip his toenails on the bus and just leave the clippings on the seat. Some people really move through life with zero shame. I was in a public sauna once, and two elderly men sat there with plastic scrapers. They scraped their old, wrinkly, sweaty skin, and their sweat mixed with skin flakes dripped down and formed puddles under them. It's been years since, but I am still annoyed that I know about their existence. Might not be gross in most other places, but here it's nauseated face vomiting. Saw an old dude having sex with a Sheila, physically adult with the maturity of a 7 to 8 years old, in the back of his work Uda in a car park of a busy shopping center. They weren't hidden away either, it was in full view for everyone to see. He got fired not long after, so they protested by sitting out the front and he fingered her, full display. Complaints were put in. Unfortunately, nothing could be done, as she is considered over legal age of C. In a public bus, a morbidly obese girl gets on, wearing leggings, which was so tight that there is a visible fissure between both her butt cheeks. The weight is only relevant to this story. I don't care about her weight outside this happenstance. The bus was already full, so she had no place to sit on and had to stand up during the ride. Naturally, she had to balance herself. She did so by jamming the metal pole right between her arse. It's really in there, sandwiched between both her seats. Saw some guy taking a shit in the high street. I saw someone flossing their teeth on the subway. After every tooth, they looked at the floss, smelled it, made a face, then ate it, and went on to the next tooth. I was at a party in high school, and we weren't allowed inside for anything. One of my friends had to go to the bathroom, and the kids whose house it was didn't care and wouldn't let him inside. They told him to just go outside. So, he promptly went to the corner of the fence and sprayed shit all over it. Also, one time my friend ate clam chowder, and it made her sick, and she had to shit in a bush and leave with no shorts on. -5 degrees Fahrenheit, just after the sun came up in downtown Berlin. A several-inch layer of snow blanketing everything. Walking from bus to U-Bahn, I notice a guy standing in a large decorative planter in front of an office building. He quickly drops his pants and takes a dump. I had never thought about how much steam would rise up from pooping in that low of a temperature, but I swear to God, he practically disappeared from the billowing steam off of a steamer. Thank God. I was laughing and gag. I try not to think about it, BC, it's gross AF. But here you go. I was a teller, and one of our regulars came in. He started coughing and a loogie shot out of his mouth and hit the counter in front of both of us. I saw it out of the corner of my eye and just pretended to not notice. He then swiped it up on his finger and put it back in his fucking mouth. Ugh, fuck, it's still so disgusting to even think about. I'm gagging after writing that. I'm sorry if you read this. Saw a homeless dude in Denmark sitting in a pile of feces, with a needle hanging out of his arm while jerking off. He also had a dead dog on a leash next to him. While waiting for the bus, I watched a woman duck into the alcove of the entrance to the building across the street. She proceeded to dig into her pants in the front, and then she pulled out a used pad and stuck it to the wall with a slap. She then moved along as if nothing happened. A man threw a rock at a monk seal in Maui. I was, a few years ago, at Disneyland's Paris, and I saw a child leaning against a tree pooing on the grass. At Disneyland. I am still shocked to this day. Flushed face. Clean their child's nose and eat their boogers. I don't care how related a person is to another, that's gross. I saw somebody wearing a full Arsenal kit once. Woman on the bus picking massive dandruff chunks out of her hair and eating them. Was walking to the bus stop on my way to get chocolate ice cream with my boyfriend. We saw the bus approaching and tried to run and catch up, but all of a sudden we see this skinny tan lady with short shaggy brown hair and her dress lifted up. Getting closer, we realized she wasn't wearing underwear and was carrying toilet paper, making literal cow pies and casually waving to the bus driver to go around. I stepped past the poo, got on the bus, and didn't order ice cream at our destination. Last month on a plane, I watched a man across the aisle from me floss his teeth, and then stuff the used floss deep into the seat back pocket. He did this right before landing. And before your minds betray you, I'll add that it was a middle-aged white man sitting beside his wife. I was so disgusted that I actually reported it to airline's customer feedback, and yesterday they sent me a discount code as an apology. This is all true. A friend of mine used to work Wembley Market. He was on his stall, and he was watching this Somalian guy sitting on a bench. This Molly had a 500 milliliters bottle. AMD my mate watched as he sat there and hawked up and kept spitting the phlegm into the bottle. When this bottle was half full of yellowy green lumps and saliva, this guy put the bottle to his lips and drank the lot. I taught high school. I have seen idiot behavior. The grossest was a young couple making rut in a filthy stairwell. When they saw me, they both tried to stand up while still attached. I could only think to say, shouldn't you take her somewhere nice if you're going to do that? I feel bad here because the grossest thing I see is when some random stranger touches every cup at the Starbucks pickup to see if their name is on any of them. Keep your hands off my shit. A man stopped in the middle of the street, stuck his leg out and shook it, and a turd dropped out of his trousers leg. Then he just walked on normally. I was watching the whole thing from the coffee shop window right in front of him, and a few minutes later a person stepped in it.